Ranking nerds and their interests. Listen, man, I am an insanely huge nerd. I still watch some cartoons that I used to watch as a kid, and I still watch them. I still keep up with some new cartoons. When it comes to anime, the last anime I watched was One Punch Man Season 3, my favorite anime. But after watching Season 3, which was, half a year ago, yeah, I couldn't get myself to watch any new anime. I'll probably watch Bleach, was it called? I've heard a lot of good stuff about it, so I'll probably start watching that pretty soon.
Nerds, dorks, dweebs. We should end them. We should
End me.
They do nothing for society. It's the jocks' time now. The jocks are in control. Being a nerd or
I've never been a jock.
dork is, those two things are different, by the way, nerds and dorks. Nerds are impressive. Nerds know stuff, and nerds, they have very specific hobbies that are dorky in a sense, but they're actually really good at them, whereas dorks
So I'm just a dork, never mind then.
are worthless nerds. And I am a dork.
That's
I feel
me.
weird talking about
Okay.
these things because I remember in like the 2010s, like you kind of wanted to be a nerd. Like it became cool for a little bit, and people were LARPing being nerds. I hate using the term LARP because that is a new thing, and it's whatever. I'm obviously very tired, but I am a dork. Like I do dork stuff, but I was always like on the edge of dork culture. Like I was too.
Listen, man, I finished high school in 2020. That was my senior year. I finished right at the beginning of the pandemic. Was never cool to be a nerd, sorry.
Afraid to jump all the way in because people would make fun of me and I had to keep up appearances, so I never touched Magic the Gathering until I was 28 because I didn't want to be made fun of. Now I'm at a point in my life where no one's gonna make fun of me, or if they do, I can just cut them out. But I do.
If people make fun of you, you'll get more publicity and get more views.
You know what I mean? So I wanted to talk about nerds.
Depends on what it is.
I want to rank nerds based on what nerd stuff they're into, because there's a bunch of different kinds of nerds. So I'm going to be ranking and talking about nerds on the big screen. Right now I have Deadlock up. I got to take that down. I'm a game nerd. You guys play Deadlock?
I play City Skylines. I love geography. I love city stuff. I watch a lot of like city planner type videos. Like there's one guy called City Nerd. He's like a city planner from Portland. There's one guy called Not Just Bikes. He moved from Canada to Amsterdam. He talks a lot, and it's mostly 90% of the stuff I watch is about cities in the US. So when it comes to that stuff, I'm a big nerd. So make sure to make fun of me in the comments for playing City Skylines.
Hate the new holiday. And now we're a little bit closer. So let's jump in. Right up first, music nerds. I don't like you people. I don't like music nerds.
Why?
I don't like that at all. I don't like it for two reasons. One, I'm jealous. I am jealous of people who are really into music. I wish I had the wherewithal to give a that much. You know what I mean? Like I just like people who can sit in a room with nothing else and just listen to music and like go through albums.
No, I can't do
catalogs
that.
And just like they know who recorded what when and all that shit. It's very impressive to me. But you're also super annoying in a crazy way. You're annoying as music nerds are annoying because they're also.
I've got one friend that can just lay in bed for hours and just listen to music. The only time I listen to music is when I'm in the gym training. That's
They're
it.
not dorks. Music nerds are usually pretty cool people. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And they
Yeah.
use that. They hold that over you. But they're being equally as dorky.
Depends
It's like,
on the music.
You know, if you were like obsessed with Pokemon cards, you know what I mean? You knowing all that information, that's dorky, and you can't act like you're cool at the same time. Also, holy shit, the superiority complex of these people. Like, name 5 bands or whatever. Oh, that's not Midwest emo, that's post-hardcore. Like, what? Okay, whatever, dude. Who gives a And also, do you like music? We were human. If you don't, have you ever met someone who said, I don't like music?
Yeah, I remember watching one video on this dating show, and one of them had, like, for the first time ever in my life, there's one person who said, yeah, I don't like music. I don't listen to any kind of music. Really? Like, I'm such a weird guy. I like heavy metal and rock. But then on the other side, I like old 2000s pop music. And I listen to both in the gym. I'm so weird.
Like, even if you like aren't that into music, a song comes on, you're not gonna be like, turn that racket off. It's a song. And music's music. Everyone likes it. You're not unique for that. You're unique for going too deep into it. This is more of a personal anger with me, but I'm gonna put them on C tier because they're not the worst of the worst. Maybe they are the worst.
I'd put them on B.
No, it depends.
If music is their whole personality, I'd leave them on C. But most people I've met that are very, very knowledgeable on anything related to music, I'd put them to B and A.
Another person. Some of them
B
are cool.
or
Some of them are
A.
fun. My boy Alvin Flames, music nerd, and he's chill. He's cool with it. But other people suck. Next up are the film nerds, and I'm going to go immediately put that in B.
I used to be
B
this.
o'clock is where they go. Absolutely.
Why?
For sure. They are way worse than music nerds. Everything I said about music nerds times a million with
What?
film nerds. Wholly pretentious. Wholly lording it over you. Wholly shit, they suck. Also, it's less cool, by the way, than music nerds. Music nerds are like, you know, diddling on a guitar at a party, and that kind of sucks.
Listen, man, I'm sorry, I disagree. I'd put cinema nerds, like movie nerds, on like minimum top eight, like A tier, minimum. I used to be a movie nerd. Now I don't have enough time because I do multiple things for work. But yeah, I don't know. I'm a YouTube nerd, I guess.
In a cool way. Whereas movie nerds are like, have you seen Ba-da-da by some French bullshit guy? You haven't? Well, you don't know film until you've seen this. No, I like Spider-Man. Wait,
Also, I feel like there's a difference between like for example, my mom and dad can be movie nerds, but they don't know anything about Marvel or DC. They don't give a shit. They love a lot of their own types of movies in their own like interests or whatever they are, right? My mom also is a lot into series, but not the types of series we watch, you know, like, or even cartoon series, you know. Maybe that's different.
Whoa, I don't appreciate the art form enough. Whoa, who gives a I can't keep swearing. It's not cool to swear, Tucker. Come on. But my God, I mean, I went to college with film students. Like, I was in communications with a minor in media, I guess. I genuinely don't remember what my degree is. That's how useless my degree was. But I took a lot of film classes because I wanted to do this stuff. I still don't know how to make a camera work, obviously. How many times have I gone out of focus? But like, oh, the people who take this shit seriously. I wish I had more knowledge about movies because I would make better references because they bring up some bullshit. They bring up some, the Italian movies, the Italian filmmakers that ended up making the spaghetti westerns and da-da-da-da-da.
See, a lot of people love very old movies. I don't. I really like watching newer movies. So when I say newer, I mean from like 2000 to now. Like a lot of older movies, I just don't like them. You know, I'm used to brain rot shit.
You have it in Stanley Kubrick.
I'm useless. I'm a nerd.
But anyone who is a Kubrick fan is just a wife beater. Is just a piece of shit. I've never met a Stanley Kubrick fan that was not the worst person. Straight up. It's just the most pretentious bullshit. It really is. I can't stand it. He's just a very mean guy. He takes things very seriously and he makes sure everything is very exact. That sounds like an asshole. That sounds like someone who doesn't understand what art is. I don't like film nerds. I don't like them at all. Okay, never mind. We can move on. We can't move on. Whenever you bring up a movie that you like and they scoff, my favorite film of all time, Fantastic Mr. Fox. I really like Wes Anderson. And
mine is Six Underground. I've rewatched it like 10 times with I forgot the same guy who plays Deadpool. I forgot his name.
At a party, a film kid at a party once told me that Wes Anderson is like the baby's first taste of like indie filmmaking, like baby's first like intro to not mainstream movies, which I just get a crumb of pussy. My God, oh my God. D tier. Them. I hate them. Moving up. Magic the Gathering nerds. I am one, and we
don't know anything about this.
We suck. We suck. I've been making more Magic the Gathering content recently. I am going to be releasing I'm opening up Marvel Pack soon. Yay. There's definitely layers to this shit, but like the stereotypes of Magic the Gathering players, there's a kernel of truth there for sure. But that being said, this is one of those hobbies that people hate to love, and it's full of...
So is this some kind of a board game or a card game? Should he just put nerds as in one for board games or card games, or maybe it's an actual, game you play on a PC or something?
Some very great people from this hobby. It's a very fun game. It's becoming less fun because of power creep, I guess, and the universe is beyond. But I'm not going to get into that. I'll make a video about Magic the Gathering soon, or maybe I won't. But I'll put it in B tier because I'm biased and I want to put it in A tier. But B tier is fine. If B tier is because some of them are stinky people. But overall, it's a very fun game, and they don't bother you. Magic the Gathering people don't bother you. They might try and really get you into it, but besides that, they're not ruining parties. Up next, D&D nerds.
Oh, okay.
We'll just say tabletop gaming because I've come to find out that there's a lot of different types.
I've never gotten into D&D that much, but most people that I've met that like D&D, but pretty cool people.
D&D. You know what I mean? Like D&D is the bog standard, and then there's other things like Monster of the Week, I think, and there's like Lovecraftian shit, and there's like a million different like smaller single campaigns that are not. They have different rules and shit. I don't know this, by the way. My girlfriend, huge into D&D. I couldn't give less of a. Wish I did.
I didn't get into it that much.
And I love getting into it, but like I've just never. Every time I've tried to get into D&D, they handed me that sheet, and it's so many things you got to keep track of.
Same. I was every single time I would play D&D, and I would like try to play with my friends or my relatives back in the day. I'm talking like I'm 50 years old. I would just be like, I'm not reading this. I'm way too lazy for this. Nah, man. Just give me the phone. I'll play something else. I'll play something stupid and simple like Subway Surfers. You guys play D&D. Yeah, You can hate me. You can hate
and
me.
bored and scared, and I hand it back to them and I go play video games. D&D has obviously seen an uptick in recent years. It used to be some real dork shit, and now it's kind of like mainstream, which I think is interesting. But every person
Yeah.
I've met from D&D, socially awkward, probably, yeah, to a degree, right? But very nice, very
Yeah.
nice people, very fun people. The only thing I've met in D&D people that suck is they're like the theater kids that take it too far, very theatrical, very annoying. They can be annoying. Like they're in the campaign, they're really taking up a lot of time and like
Yeah,
being
maybe
their-
he's right. Most of the people that I used to play D&D with, like some of my relatives and some of my friends when I was a kid, we don't really do that shit. They're like none of them, nor did I. We don't do that shit anymore. Yeah, I don't know people who actively still do that to this day. There's people out there, but I'm just not friends with theater kids. Well, I'm 24. I'm not just friends with people that used to be theater kids.
character and like breaking into other people's scenes and stuff. It's you gotta, some people just don't have an off switch. But overall, I think A tier. I think they're really worth it. Honestly, you should look into D&D. It's probably really fun. It's probably going to be a good way to get out. Car nerds. So this is one is a little.
I'm a motorcycle nerd. Am I better? I hope I am.
Weird because no one would consider yourself a car nerd because it's a very masculine thing to like cars, which is hilarious to
I
me.
don't give a shit if I'm considered masculine or feminine, okay? That's the most masculine thing anybody could say.
It's a
No, but seriously, I don't care.
automobile. It's a machine, and you're like, yeah, I like cars. Like it's okay.
Yeah,
You might as
most
well
men
say
are
I
like that.
computers. You know what I mean? Like it's the same thing to me. I don't know why it's such a male-dominated space. I grew up with my brother being a huge car guy. Whenever I have a question about a car, I ask him. He knows what the cool cars are. JDM means something. I really
Yeah,
like,
it's the same with my friends and my cousins, man. Like, most of my friends, not all of them, but all of my cousins and most of my friends, very obsessed with cars. I know a lot about cars, how they work and all of this shit. I really don't. I know how to drive one, how to maintain one, how to change a tire, all the liquids I have to change. That's about it, That's, yeah.
boxy Japanese cars and hot hatches. That's what I like, and I only know those terms because my brother would tell me, and I would be like, "I like this car." He's like, "That car's lame as shit." I'd be like, "I don't like that car. That car's stupid. I didn't want a Mitsubishi Cappuccino." Is that a car, Chris? Can you look that up? But regardless, that's fine. Some car guys.
I don't care about a car's performance. I only care about how it looks. Like, for example, you show me a Mercedes C-Class 180 or a Mercedes C-Class, what's like the highest? 350? I don't give a shit. If it's all tuned up, like the looks, it has all the upgrades looks-wise, right? Inside and outside, I don't care. Hey, but you can't drive this many. I don't care if I can't drive that many miles, okay? I'm not gonna drive that shit anywhere. For 120 miles, I'm not. I'm not driving that shit more than like maybe a few miles above the speed limit. I don't know, like 5-10 miles above the speed limit. I won't. I just won't.
Are cool, but they all hate each other because if someone's driving a Subaru, that's gay. But if someone's driving Mazda, that's fucking lame. And every car sucks except your car. It's a really toxic.
You should go to the gym, work out, make that a hobby. Maybe become some kind of a gym nutrition nerd. Not too much, don't get overly obsessed with it. But to a healthy degree, and then drive a Subaru, get out of the Subaru. Somebody with a BMW is gonna make fun of you, you're being gay, and then you're gonna make fun of him or her for being gay because they're fat.
Area
There you go.
mentality.
Both
It's
don't
bad.
make
It's bad
sense.
to be there. Then they have car meetups, which I think is adorable. Like a bunch of dudes getting together, and they're just like, "Nice car. Check out mine." Like they're making friends. I think that's cute in a Walmart parking lot. But a lot of them are buying like a Scion TC and lowering it a little bit and thinking they're a car guy. Which
I
I'm
don't
not
know
gonna
what
get into
that
the
is.
Politics of this. That you are a car guy, but they would there's levels to this shit, and it's very bad and toxic. But I don't know. I watch Top Gear, so I'm pretty much as much of a car guy as anyone else. I'm gonna put
Yeah,
that
that's
in
more than enough, yeah.
C tier, because they can really
Yeah.
suck. These people can really suck. Train
Yeah.
nerds, I'm just gonna put that in S tier, because I've never heard of a train nerd do anything wrong. I mean, it is autism, plain and simple. I mean,
There's tons of those kinds of people, man, online. Oh, yeah, holy shit. Like, I could be somewhat, not really a train nerd, but I'm a public transport nerd because a lot of the city planning videos that I watch from these city planners, City Beautiful also, I didn't mention him as well. A lot of them talk a lot about public transport, and usually when I visit cities, because I love cities, I usually get obsessed with looking at a public transport map, usually the metro, and if they have trams or streetcars. I don't really care about buses, but it's still pretty fucking cool. And I also really do notice the walkability and the bikeability of the city. So I guess you can call me a public transport nerd. Not an expert, but more than a normie.
I don't want to be rude, and I'm not. That term gets thrown around a lot nowadays. But like people who follow trains around and like just like are excited to spot them,
Okay, no,
they're
that's too
autistic.
much.
Once again, that's fine. But like that's got to be on the chart of the spectrum. You know what I mean? Like no eye contact, go a little bit lower, loves trains.
Yeah, but those are like the actual smart, like mechanical type nerds.
like that's just
Car
real.
people
That's
as
a real
well.
thing. So S tier, lovely people. Star Wars nerds.
I am not that big
Tier.
into
I
Star
don't know.
Wars.
They f***ing suck. I never got
Really?
into Star Wars because my father, who was a child at the time, saw the original trilogy and he loved the first two. And then in the early 80s, he saw the third one and he saw the little Ewok teddy bear creatures and he thought it was, quote, gay. That was his.
That's so dumb.
He done, you know.
Like
it was the
before
80s.
what I talked about with the Subaru in the gym, I was obviously joking, but this is so fucking dumb. Like I've had situations like this when I was a kid as well because they didn't allow me to watch certain stuff because it's gonna make you a criminal. Oh, it's gonna make you gay. Shut up, man. I don't care.
But he thought it was lame and gay, and he tapped out. So he never showed me Star Wars.
I
You need to
never thought of
understand
somebody describing Star Wars as gay.
that if you don't see Star Wars at a young
In a
age, it's
negative
saying
way, in a
you don't
derogatory
give a
way.
shit about it because Star Wars was like the
I don't
laid
care
the
if it is.
groundwork for science fiction movies. So like it really made a big difference. That being said, nowadays I've seen before I saw Star Wars, I saw probably 15 science fiction movies that were 10 times better, million times better than Star Wars.
Like
Star Wars
what?
is bad. It is bad. It's basic ass hero's journey shit. It's so
Really?
boring. The
I
dialogue's
like
really
basic ass hero stuff. Maybe I should watch Star Wars. I don't know if I'm gonna watch like from the full beginning, from like 30, 40. When were the first ever movies, right?
rough. It's lame. If you didn't see it as a kid, it's lame. It's pretty lame. And I think most Star Wars fans would agree with me on this. The one thing it has for it
I remember
is
watching the Star Wars something cartoon when I was a kid.
world building. There's a million things going around with that world. They used to have the books that are no longer canon, and the nerds can really get into it. However, Star Wars fans hate Star Wars more than I.
Like here's one thing I'm a huge nerd of: Ben 10. I've watched all series, all movies. There's like there's five series. The newest one being in 2016, the remake, which I'm not that big of a fan of it, but I don't mind. I just wish they would continue the original series, and it's because I'm very, very overly obsessed with aliens and traveling the universe. I've mentioned this multiple times in many of my videos, but god damn it, I want more Ben 10, okay? I want an original series recreation of Ben 10 where he's like, I don't know, in his mid-20s. He's got like, I don't know, multiple thousands of aliens he can transform into, and more world building and so on.
Do. It seems like a toxic fandom for themselves. Like they're so protective of that IP and they're so afraid of it getting f***ed up, and it's been getting f***ed up since minute one. That whatever his name is, what's the director's name? Regardless, he's been f***ing this shit up since day one. So God bless them. But they're pretty toxic, but they're to each other. So we'll put it in B tier. Oh, I put them in D tier. I'll leave them there. Star Trek nerds will go in B tier though. I've never
I
really
don't know
met
anything
Trekkies,
about Star
but
Trek.
I know they were the like original fandom. They were the original guys. Gotta give props to the OGs. They are the reason of fan fiction. If you didn't know that. And,
okay.
That it's very interesting that these people really jumped on this thing. You know what I mean? They really enjoyed it and they've been into it for the whole time. And good for them, showing up to cons and wearing their little cute ears and wearing their little outfit leotards. It's very cute, but it's I never have ever given a little bit of a shit of Star Trek. I don't know where to jump in. It's like Doctor
Same,
Who, like,
yeah.
where you start. I did like Doctor Who though. I didn't put Doctor Who on here. I love David Tennant. So yeah, Trekkies, I think they're toxic once again to each other, but I legitimately, it's kind of an old head thing. So I don't know much about it, but B tier, they are dorks. They do smell, but at the end of the day, I don't
They
think it
do
bothers anybody.
smell?
Gamers, ew. D tier. I'm a gamer.
Now, I've got a question to anybody watching, if there's anybody actually watching this video to this timestamp, because most people don't watch my videos for more than 2 minutes because I'm boring and annoying. But I said I used to play a lot of Overwatch. Yeah, I know. I used to play a lot of Rainbow Six Siege. I played a little bit of like League of Legends, and then I hated it in like weeks, so I didn't play that much of that. I don't remember most other games. I used to play a lot of Counter-Strike, right, when I was a kid as well. But now, in the last 2 years, I'm just obsessed with city building games, man. I just like something simple. I'll go on my walk pad, I'll walk, and I can build a game. I build a city. Am I counted as a gamer now? I don't know. I don't think people will like
I game an unbelievable
what I
amount.
do.
If you talk to someone else that you don't know over a video game, you just can tell that we are all losers. Like, we all need to take a break. I wish there was something on my computer that could turn off my... No more video games now. I'll keep going. It's an addictive f***ing hobby. I love it so much. I love competitive gaming. I love
I
getting angry.
agree
I love
so
it
much. No, I'm not into competitive gaming, but I love like stuff like what I play like with city building so much that I can produce so many more videos, man. And then I wind up playing City Builder, like City Skylines, for half the day on a Saturday. And then like 4 p.m. comes around and I'm like, fuck. I mean, I'm going to do the steps and I'm going to go to the gym. And I've got a few clients to train, usually later in the day. But I could have filmed 5 videos till 4 p.m. Fuck me, man.
Once again, there's levels to this shit, but like, I think the worst gamer is way worse than the worst other nerd. Sometimes I'll be playing Deadlock and on my team, a guy will get on the mic, he'll be like, we gotta push lane. And I'm like, oh my god, I gotta mute this guy before I think about becoming him.
I don't like that.
And we're always angry. We're always angry and racist and toxic, and we hate women.
See? I don't hate women. I'm not racist. I play City Skylines. Yeah.
But as a collective, like, if a girl
I'm not saying they're racist, I'm just having fun.
Like, hey guys, can I have some help?
I'm never mad playing games.
The guys would be like, girl band. Like, they'll just fucking destroy. And yeah, like, I try and be overly nice to women in video games, and then other guys in the game would be like, you trying to have sex with her? I'm like, no, I just feel really bad because I'm sure they're fucking sick of people like you. So, D tier. We suck. Anime nerds.
Happy birthday, Daniel.
C tier, but I want to put them at a D tier. I don't know. I liked when anime was fringe. I liked when anime was for the...
I'd say I'm maybe half of an anime nerd. I don't watch that much anime. I know a few animes. I've watched a few animes. I like them. Again, One Punch Man, first 2 seasons being my favorite one. But again, I haven't watched that much. I've maybe watched like 10 to 12 animes throughout my life. So, yeah.
Works. Now it's very mainstream, and I do not like that. I don't like anime.
Why?
I've been over this before. I can't take the anime voice acting. I can't watch The Amazing Digital Circus because all the voice actors are doing anime voices.
I haven't watched it. I just don't find it. It doesn't look appealing to me. Maybe I should try it.
For some f***ing reason.
I'm judging the book by its cover way too much.
All that anime noises make me want to die. Do not take those sounds out of context, by the way. That's just what it sounds horny because that's what it is. It's weird. Why are they making those noises? Karukyo. I don't know what words they say.
Yeah.
Sake, we need to go to the palace right now. Like,
yeah.
It sucks so much.
Like it's overly performative. Like it reminds me of how YouTubers used to be. I mean, a lot of them still are, but it reminds me of how YouTubers used to be like 10 years ago, how they would be like overly performative and fake laugh and stuff. A lot of them still do it, but there's way more, I guess there's way more authentic people now on content creation that are not as fake and loud and overly whatever, right? I like to see myself as one of those authentic people, but I'm not big to call myself a content creator.
Why did they do that? Where did that start? And it's always about some f***ing dude who's super sick, or it's just like, oh, I don't think I'll be able to do it. And then he does it. Every episode, they end up figuring it out, and he just gets stronger and stronger. The plot, it's just people get excited about that. I f***ing hate anime. I do enjoy maybe slice of life animes. Like, what's that, My Dear Friend Nakotan?
What the fuck is that?
It was funny. I enjoyed that. But like, you know, there's only so much. Attack on Titan was also good. I'll give it that. But
I love Attack on Titan.
The day, nah. They're very
Attack on
cautious.
Titan.
And then finally, superhero nerds.
That's me. That I've watched. Think of every modern superhero cartoon from the 90s, which I guess maybe you won't see that as modern, but from the 90s. I was born in 2001, but from the 90s to today, all popular superhero cartoons, I know them. Especially stuff related to like space stuff. Yeah.
I don't know. You guys have had too much time in the sun.
But I do like Batman more than Superman.
Recently. I'm glad Marvel started sucking. I'm kind of glad that you got to slow down a little bit. We've been giving you too much. You've had too much on your plate. And you should recognize that. You know what I mean? Think of the other nerds. Magic the Gathering, they keep ruining it. You know what I mean? They don't care about us. Wizards of the Coast doesn't care about us. Marvel cares about you. You're a big moneymaker. So, you know, you guys got to calm down a little bit. I'm sorry the movie
I
with
agree.
the Red Hulk was kind of bad. Enjoy it though. They made it. They made it for you. Be happy. The new Spider-Man's probably going to suck too. That's how these things work. But you're
Yeah.
not annoying. You're just bitchy. You're whiny. So I'll put you at B tier.
Yeah, I'd say I'm biased, man. I love superhero stuff. I'd put them on. Sorry, I'll put them on S. I'm sorry. I know everybody disagrees with
All
me.
right, gang, that's all the time I have for the dorks. If you have any other, there's a million different types of dorks. So
Yeah, there's like tons. Like if you start adding people, like he added train nerds and car nerds. Like you can go down a huge rabbit hole with like different stuff with like me with geography, right? I'm not an expert. I didn't like study geography in college, but I'm obsessed with it. I love it, specifically with political and physical geography, not everything else. Maybe a little bit of demographic geography, but that's about it. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comments. Interesting video, big talk, almost at 2 million subs. God damn. I wish I wish I was that big, but hey, talents, you know, talented people will succeed more than untalented people, like me. I don't have no talent. Anyway, tell me what you guys think in the comments, and have a nice day.